Last year, Governor Greg Abbott signed a bill into law that authorizes the production and sale of industrial hemp crops and related products here in Texas. But it is still not legal to grow, and it won't be until the federal government approves the state's plans for growing and harvesting hemp. Our Nora Perez spoke with a local farmer today about that.
The movement with cannabis is going to be progressive, and we're going to see drastic changes in the next 2 to 3 years.
Rene Pena Jr., an emerging hemp producer, says the cannabis industry is one that could be huge and successful right here in the Coastal Bend.
Especially for this region, since we have the infrastructure already in place and the farm community that grows commodity type cultivars, we definitely see the Coastal Bend region being raw materials for plastics, fuels, building materials.
And our international port of Corpus Christi would play a vital role in marketing and distribution.
We think that we could utilize hemp to bring alternative fuels to the U.S. market and the global market through the port of Corpus.
In June of last year, Governor Abbott signed House Bill 1325, which authorized the production, manufacture, and sale of industrial hemp in Texas. However, the practice is still not legal until the Department of Agriculture submits a state plan to the USDA for regulating the industry in our state. This is where Texas residents come in.
Definitely take the time. It's available to voice your opinion, your concern, your support. That's something for the community to get behind, to advocate, so we can lobby for the rules and regs that benefit the farm community.
That was Nora Perez reporting. Texas Ag Commissioner Sid Miller says he hopes to start issuing hemp licenses to farmers in March of this year.